gentlemen, welcome to the Hollywood Match Connelly live show. This is Hollywood Match Connelly with the double biceps. It is in the contract a legal requirement every single time we appear on camera, just making sure the lawyers are happy, the boxes have been ticked. We have two amazing guests here in the virtual room, and they are none other than ArmGods chairman extraordinaire, co-owner, CEO, Bill Gates, the on version of ArmGods. It is none other than Iron Paul Maiden. Welcome to the show. Fantastic. And of course, his American counterpart in the 98% arm wrestling promotion, putting on an incredible event coming up this year, Winter Blast. We can't wait to see what's going on. You've got to tell us all about it. We're very excited with Ryan Grondin.
Well, before we even get started, Matt, I just want to say that Ryan Bowen's a ginger tosser, a cheating rascal, and I can't wait for the podcast tonight because we're going to hear why Tom Holland lost due to another cheating, roided Australian shitbag. I just want to get that out there straight away.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm glad that we should cover that first up. Yes, absolutely. Well, we can talk about that because it's our show. We can talk about whatever we want to. What did you think, performance-wise, Tom Holland? I think he did all right. I think it was a good match.
Right, truthfully, I just want to apologise that I'm in a vertical way, boys and girls, and you can't really see the beautifulness of this gorgeous physique and face and the sign behind me. Just the fact that Matt thrust this upon me when I had a Samsung in my hand and not an Apple. So, Tom Holland, people don't realise, but 2 weeks ago he was on Dark Card 4 ArmWars, and he pulled Mindaugas Terrasitis in an absolute screamer. So first of all, Tom Holland, you're an absolute bell end because you shouldn't have took that match 2 weeks before you went and pulled ginger nuts. But other than that, that possibly could have cost him the match. But let's just get to the controversy. I'm not asked how the event went. I don't care about Knuckles Up because they're all shit anyway. So I just want to speak about the fact that Ryan Bowen once again has wheedled his way through and just cheated his way to a victory.
Oh, that's great. Well, you're talking about the shoulder and the touching of the shoulder incident.
Oh, come on! I mean, I was sat there, and I'm sat in disbelief. I mean, I didn't watch it live. I was relying on Ryan for it to text me, but I have watched the rerun, and I'll be honest with you, honestly, truthfully, like Ryan Bowen got away with murder. You can just see that they're just hoping to get his 120,000 subscribers on board. You know what I mean? But it's not going to happen. And that fat Will, oh my gosh. Like, we should have one more match at Winter Blast ArmGods, and that's me against that Will. Because he's just like a giant pudding, Christmas pudding on a plate, and I want to take him out because he bugs the life out of me. The other guy's all right, that John, whatever his name is, he's pretty much normal. But that Will, I'm telling you now, he's a full-on retard. Like, and I'm challenging you now, if you want a match, even though like I'm giving up like 118 kilos to you, Will, I will have you a match. And we'll just Knuckles Up versus ArmGods. What do you say? The challenge is there.
I didn't realize you weren't a fan of his. I thought you guys were getting along.
No, I've no time for him at all. Like, they tag us in everything, right? They tag us in everything, and we share their posts. We share them. And, you know, when we tag them in, we never see nothing pop on the stories. Never.
Oh.
But let's be honest. Like, from what I hear anyway, on the grapevine, there was quite a few disgruntled young men. And, yeah, Knuckles Up. I used to support you. No, I don't. I'm coming for you. I want to challenge you, Fat Will. And it's out there now. It's Winter Blast.
There you go. Well, you've laid down the gauntlet.
Most likely.
Ryan,
what's that, Ryan?
He'll most likely be there.
Yeah, he will, yeah. And he'll be paying triple to get in because he'll take 3 seats up.
Is Will an arm wrestler, though? Does he arm wrestle?
Yeah, he arm wrestles. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
I mean,
fantastic.
All seriousness, like, Merlo and Bogdan was amazing. I mean, I watched that back later as well. And that was like touch and go. That was absolutely awesome. I spoke with Bogdan a little bit later, and he was saying he was having issues with his referee's grip. But other than that, Merlo, He's rock solid, and I'm very, very proud to have him on an ArmGods card. He's gonna see what real arm wrestling is all about, and I know his mum will bring a crowd with her, and they'll not be disappointed when they sat round in the circle, as you know, Matt, in the circle, and everyone's going, oh, 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 and all the Americans are saying, oh no, the Patriots are here. It's independence all over again. Oh, we've got it all. We've got pipers. We've got drummers. Like Ryan's going to be emceeing against me. I'm going to be bringing out the Brits. He's going to be bringing out the Yankee Doodle Dandies. We're going to have red coats on. We're doing it good and proper. It's going to be amazing. Ryan's going to be sat there saying, please, Paul, please don't rip me too much on that microphone. And I'll be saying, fuck off, Grondin. You know what I mean? And not only am I going to rip you, I'm going to destroy you. Like my team's going to destroy yours. And then the day after, we're going to enter the world's greatest arm wrestling competition, which is 98% Winter Blast. And the Brits are going to smash that as well.
They're still holding a grudge from 1776.
I can't even remember what year it is, Ryan. I'll be honest.
Ryan, what's the American team got planned?
Well, I can tell you who's on it. I know Jody Williams was trying to see what time they could all get together and come up with a strategy and stuff like that. So I'm sure the UK team will do the same, and I think it'll be the matchups are amazing. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, this is gonna be great.
Which match, Ryan? Which match are you most excited for? Because I got asked this question this morning, and there's just a load of them. I feel like Bob Brown, Josh Davis for me is like an absolute barnstormer. Just because Bob's like 3,000 years old, is decrepit, and possibly could die on the table. And then Paul Passmore against James Wall could be a good one. But I think David Bradford and Merlo could steal the show because both guys are so similar, so mega in that Andon race, both flying on a riding on a crest of a wave. But there's just so many more matches. So which one for you is a standout?
I'm real interested to see how Cruz Bogdan goes because Merlot and Cruz and Merlot have never pulled.
Right.
So it's going to be kind of a mystery for us to solve. Maybe we'll see. Passmore, I don't know if many people know this, but after Passmore's lost at Knuckles Up, he headbutted the wall and he cracked a tooth. And it fell out the next morning while he was eating breakfast. So maybe he'll headbutt a wall at ArmGods.
Well, I think I don't know about a wall he'll get to headbutt. He might get an headbutt off one of the UK team members, that's for certain.
Someone in the crowd.
Or possibly one of the partisan crowd that'll be there. I mean, I'm really excited to see how many Yanks turn up and support. I think that the way we're going to promote it, the support that you get with 98% and stuff, and obviously with us working closely together now as well. I really feel like we're going to pack out the place. We've got good deals as well with tickets and stuff, which will be out this weekend. The promos are epic.
Yeah, you guys
genuinely
flyers are great.
Oh yeah, unbelievable! Yeah. Oh, he's here.
Hello.
The chocolate melt.
Yeah. Tell your boy, I'm gonna get him with the Hershey hook or the Tootsie Top Roll, whatever the case may be.
You couldn't top roll a kid. Come on, Jordy. We've only put you on because you keep moaning at us, asking when you can have a match.
Well, hey man, I want to pull your partner in crime, Mr. Evan McGorn, but he punked out. So.
Oh yeah, he's not my partner in crime. Evan's a turd. No, but I must admit, Jordy, I was impressed with your victory over James Wall. I know James will probably be watching this now, saying, "Listen, blah, 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 going on one." But yeah, you destroyed James Wall. That's fair enough. But I think you've bit off a bit more than you can chew with James Beach. I think he's going to be bringing home the independence belt for us?
Well, you know what? I was very impressed the way he pulled BLM. Was it a couple weekends ago? Very impressed what I saw and stuff. And I was like wondering if BLM made 231, and he looked like he was about 250. But I was like, okay, he made 231, 105 kgs. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, all angles, he shut down anything BLM wanted to do. So that was very impressive. And I'm thinking, okay, I got my work cut out for me, but never doubt me. Never count me out.
Well, I had this conversation with Beachy this morning, and he's basically like, he believes it's going to be one of the toughest matches of his career. I mean, you're a fantastic top roller. I mean, I don't think you're going to trouble the arm, but I don't think it's going to go in there. I think, you know, anyone who tries to hook you is you know, he's fighting a losing battle. I feel like James Beach needs to top roll because he's got a world class top roll. But you've also come on a lot. And I know that you'll be training heavily for this match, and I'm really looking forward to a good old-fashioned top roll battle. If it goes to the straps, I know you're a good strap puller. James Beach is an excellent strap puller, and you're both like 230, 240. So you're two big giant men going at it. There's going to be a lot of pride on the line as well. With a, you know, like the one thing I love about the Yanks is the patriotism of the Yanks. You know, I love how you all good patriots, you know, you love the country, and that's something I look up to you all guys, because we used to have that in the UK back in the day. Not so much now, unfortunately, due to politicians and all that bullshit, which we won't comment on. But you guys have kept that that patriotism, and it's awesome to see. And with an invading nation, you know, coming over, I think you guys are going to all be ready and stood up to it, you know.
Yeah, I'll say this about James Beach. He's very technical. He's very smart on the table. So, you know, I really got to watch what I do and stuff. And again, because there's a reason why he's the independence champion, you know. Awesome guy, strong in each, you know, category. He's strong in certain lanes too. And that's something I got to kind of break that code if I can. But I take nothing away from James. I've seen him in the past beat people, and it's like, wow, this guy should be put on the pedestal. Like, I don't know why people outside of England does not know more about him. I'm glad he has a platform with ArmGods, but a lot of people should know about him, and I don't know why they don't. I can't answer that question, but yeah, he's doing great things. I'm very fortunate to get this opportunity to kind of sink my teeth and see what I can do against someone of that caliber.
Yeah, 100%. Well, White's Matt's show, we may as well let Matt speak, even though he's got the most annoying voice I've ever heard. Go on, Matt.
Thank you so much. Well, no, it's all right. I mean, I love the fact that the conversation can be free flowing. It's not all about me. I brought you guys
Is
on
this
for
the 30-minute show, Matt? Is this one of your 30-minute shows?
No, this one is whatever you guys want it to be. So if you have to
All right.
just set off.
I've been watching a bit of your 30-minute shows, and obviously, you know, you've no real decent guests on there. I saw you with Lachlan O'Dare. He's obviously an absolute shithouse. What did I see? Which I can't remember else I saw, but I mean, yeah, I think us three on this screen now, we're like obviously your main people that people want to watch and listen to. So
yeah, that's right.
I reckon you'll get more views off this video than you will off your others as well, because obviously Jody brings in his super fans, like all the like cuddly boys like Epsy and all that. You know, obviously me and Ryan bring in real men.
I will say this, Paul, out of respect, because you're the guy, out of respect for my opponent, James Beach, and you and Marcus, because we're pulling for the 105 kg, which means that's 231 pounds. I will make sure I will weigh that, unlike your countryman, Mr. Matt Connelly, Ryan Bowen, who did not make the weight against Tom Holland. And you know what? I don't mean to crack him on you, guy, but can we cuss on the show yet?
Yeah.
Okay, that was some bullshit. And I just got off my show with SB and the boys. That shit Ryan pulled was fucked up. I'm telling you right now, as an athlete, it's your responsibility to make sure you owe it to your opponent. You owe it to your the promoter to make weight. That's all you got to do. And I think that's kind of fucked up what he did to Tom Holland. I'm sorry if I'm on my soapbox, but that's some bullshit. Sorry.
That's all right. I didn't know he didn't make weight. Did he miss weight?
Oh, hell yeah, he did.
Really?
Matter of fact, in about a couple hours, the High Five guys will go live, and Tom Holland's going to tell the whole goddamn story.
Yeah,
That's
right.
fucked up.
Ryan, Mr. Grondin.
Yeah.
You must have heard some info. You've got little fucking bumblebees everywhere. You buzzing round. So you must be able to tell us a story.
What do you want a story about?
Well, I want to hear the rumors. I want the vicious rumors about this dirty ginger Ryan Bowen and how we dethroned the young Tom.
No, I mean, I walked around and talked to a lot of the guys after, and I told a few of them about us working together, and some guys were like, "Don't do it," and some guys were like, "Do it." So it was like a 50-50 split depending on who I talked to.
Why? Who said they didn't want to work with us? I'm going to put you on spot. Who doesn't want to work with ArmGods?
Not that they didn't want to work with ArmGods. They kind of gave us, be careful kind of.
Why? Why did they give you that?
I'm just saying, like when you guys drink, you get crazy, and watch out, and
Okay, listen. Let's get things clear, Ryan. These guys who think that are going to show up because they're going to want to see what ArmGods is all about. But let me tell you guys.
Yeah.
Let me tell you one thing. This is not your normal run-of-the-mill arm wrestling. ArmGods is not that, right? We bring in entertainment for one, unlike most other promotions. We don't sit in a library all night. 2, we bring controversy, of course. 3, we bring in amazing world-class arm wrestlers. 4, we bring in possibly the best matches of all time, i.e. Matt Smith and Connor Sale. And, people, give us a chance. I mean, we're different. Yeah, of course we're different. We might not be everyone's cup of tea, but the truth is this. We're a promotion who are just basically two men, one fat Irish man with a wig and me. And the thing is, Matt Conley's been to one of our shows. Many other people have been to our shows. And they're electric, man. They're absolutely electric. Who else has done a Commonwealth Championship in all these years of arm wrestling? No one. Who else is bringing an Independence Cup, Independence belts between two proud nations? Who else has ever done that? Nobody. You know why? Because ArmGods are pioneers in the sport. I mean, we had the match that Jody never watched, the thumbtack match, the first ever thumbtack match, caused controversy all over the world. But guess what, guys? We did it. And we are innovators of the sport. We're not sheep. We don't follow the norm. We don't, we're not woke. We're not scared of speaking how we feel. And what we've done is build a nice, beautiful ArmGods army. And I think in the next 3, 4, 5 years, we become the #1 promotion in the world. Not because we've necessarily brought in Alex Cadetchers and John Brzezinks and all these guys because they're all tied up in contracts, because we give everyone an opportunity, from the lower guys to the middle guys to the top guys. We bring entertainment, we bring fun, we have women showing their tits, we've got guys running wild. You know what more do you want in entertainment? I mean, we've tried the WAF scene for since 1977 or whatever it is. It doesn't work. You see East versus West. In America, when they built the team event, it went really well. I absolutely loved it, I must admit. But you take it to Turkey, you take it to Georgia, they haven't got that thrill thing. The arm wrestling fans, even the guys in America were the arm wrestling fans. Yeah. No, we don't want the arm wrestling fan like they're not arm wrestler. We don't want the 100,000 arm wrestlers. We want the 100 million actual fans. And you can only get that by creating entertainment, giving them pumping, jumping music, giving them awesome after parties, amazing arm wrestling, and something new. And that's what we bring. That's what ArmGods bring. And when we come to the States, we're going to have an amazing time. It's going to take 15 minutes. Just getting the teams on board. Just bringing the teams on stage, and the bagpipers and the drummers. It's going to be fucking immense. Like, you imagine us coming out to the pipe and drum, and then the Yankees coming out to, what's he called? That fucking guy off James Brown. I live in America. And American team walking in. Yeah, and then we
do a
stood
rock
there
action, huh?
and we're in our red coats, and they're playing our national anthem, and then they're playing the Yankee national anthem, and then we all face off in a line like something out of Best of the Best in that old movie back in the 90s, late 1890s, whatever it was. And we're all there ready to go. And I get on the mic and I say, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, hailing from Scotland, Connelly and all that bullshit. And he comes out to his piper. And then Ryan says, please welcome, hailing from the copper, fucking Kevin Palco. And he comes out to like Dukes of Hazzard or some fucking shit. And it's just, yeah, and it's off it goes. I mean, you tell me that's not a perfect night of entertainment already.
Yeah.
There you go.
How does that sound, boys?
There you go. That's it. I'll stand in the ring like him. You can stand up the top and dance on the way in.
So, hey,
Yeah, this is where James Beats kills Jody.
Oh, there's my uncle right there.
James Beats kills Jody though, and then fucking Bob Brown gives James Beats a dirty look.
Hey, Paula, Ron Bath said he spoke highly of you guys, but he said he told you guys how disapproving he was of the thumbtack match.
Yeah, well, come on. I mean, Ron Bath's fucking 3,000 years old. Like Ron Bath's a great guy. Like, I've known Ron a long time. And it was an honour and a privilege to have him there. Obviously, he's a living legend of this sport. And yeah, he didn't love the thumbtack match, but he loved it when Marcus picked him up and spanned him around his head to Galway Girl. He loved the after party. He loved how he treated him. He got his just desserts, what he deserved. And you know, this is the thing. You hear crazy stories. We hear people like that shithouse Tim Talmadge. I mean, the best part of him ran down his mother's leg. He's what?
That's Jody's best friend.
Tim's an absolute. Tim's a tool, man.
That's my boy.
Tim's an absolute tool. He's a fucking tit. Well, I'm not bothered if he's your boy or not. He's not my boy. He's a tit. So, like, you've got people like that guy, right? And they're going to give us a bad mouth. He come over, tried, like, we paid for his flight, his hotel. He wasn't going to get on the card, yeah? All right, no problem. We fly him in, we give him his hotel. He said he's going to referee. And then 5 minutes before show, he tried bribe us for $1,000 for referee. Like, all right, whatever. You fucking gobshite. So obviously I weren't very happy. I think Marcus ended up agreeing. And then obviously everyone knows the story at the end of the night. Ozzy stuck his 2 pennies in, and Tim Talmadge like that, you know, like 2 little swanny necks. Obviously, you know, words got exchanged and they left thinking that the IRA was after him, going to kill him and all the bullshit that they come out with. You know, so you get people like that. You get, one second, but you get people like that who come out with the comments and they tell stories, but it's just hearsay. It's all just hearsay. The truth is, like, I'm sat here on the camera and I play the game. I play the bravado, yeah, like Matt does with his double biceps and other guys do on their shows. Now, you can rather be a good guy, a tosser, whatever you want to be, but being sat here, it's all bravado. It's all a little bit of fun. And 90% of stuff I actually mean, 10% I don't. But the truth is, you can't judge ArmGods. People can't go saying to Ryan, oh, I don't know about getting in bed with them. These guys are crazy. Well, the truth is, Ryan knows who we are. We speak like almost on a daily basis. And the truth is that we're just normal guys who are just trying to be different. Yeah. And give us a chance. If you're unsure about us, don't judge us. I don't judge people till I meet them. I don't go off, you know, don't judge them up by its cover. Just come to the show, tell me afterwards you don't enjoy it, and I'll personally give you your ticket money back. Like, to me, I honestly believe that if you give us an opportunity, if you give us a chance, we can prove why we are one of the best promotions and the most up-and-coming promotion out there. Because we don't copy anyone. We're not interested in what other people think about us. We're not sheep. We are shepherds. We guide the flock. We do not follow it. And yeah, we stand alone. And we've got an army behind us now. And we're making big waves, as you very well know, Jody.
And I'm gonna go on record because Dan the Earthquake commented on this. He remembers I didn't like the thumbtack match, and I'm gonna say it over and over because I think a lot of people get the message intertwined. I said I didn't care for the thumb match. I didn't like the thumbtack match, but the actual matches preceding that were awesome. And I don't know why people want to sit there and kind of twist my words. I'm like, look, man, I didn't say the whole event was dumb. I just thought I didn't care for the thumbtack match. Now, I do remember you guys saying you're going to have a shock match. Did that ever happen?
No, the table's been built though, so that's going to be coming out extremely soon. I'm just going to put my phone on charge. But why am I saying? Oh, look what's here, boys. Let's bring them out, covered in dust. The old thumbtacks.
Oh,
There's still blood on them.
There's all sorts on them. I mean,
I was with Fox 8 Ball when he was making those. You had to keep going back to the top.
Hepatitis now.
Covered in blood.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
with me, boys. Yeah. So, have we any comments in the section, Matt?
Oh, there's a lot of people, a lot of fans of yours, a lot of the UK guys that are jumping in. There's somebody called Marcus Thompson who's writing a lot of things, but one comment in particular that he says is there's no ticket money back or Paul will see the boys. So Dan is great. Always great to see Dan in here. He says maybe we're different guys trying to be normal.
Well, there's a website. Marcus Thompson said armshock.com.
Well, let me bring it up. Let me go there right now.
We've got everything. Like everyone thinks we're against women, right? Everyone thinks we're against women. We're not. We ran a big women's event over here. We want Sarah Backman on the card and people like that. But obviously, this is an independence, and she was interested in being on us, and we're definitely going to use her against somebody sooner or later. We couldn't get them on just due to the fact that it doesn't fit into the scene of the independents, which is our main focus. But we will definitely use women in our card. So much so, what people don't realise is this is how much we back the women. We own armcandy.co.uk. So we will be having an ArmCandy League to go with the ArmGod League. So make of that of what you want. But we will be also bringing out a clothing range, a proper clothing range, which is going to come out, which is going to be like your gym shirt, your gym king, stuff like that. We're going to be bringing that sort of stuff out. We're going to be bringing that out in conjunction with Ryan. He's going to be a partnership with us. We're going to be bringing out normal clothing attire as well as and women's stuff. I mean, you tell me, you don't want arm candy on your arm. I mean, that's going to be like an arm wrestling brand as well as a normal clothes brand. So we're constantly thinking, constantly looking at ways of making money. I mean, to keep things sustainable. And this is something that people. I'm sorry, I'm holding my phone, guys. It's just I didn't realise my battery would get eaten so quick. What's happening as well is people say, "Oh, it's got pay-per-view. We've got pay-per-view." We don't do pay-per-views. What we do is a subscription model, which nobody else does. Now, during that subscription model, where people pay like the $4.99 a month, you get Ultimate Arm Wrestler this year. Now, this is what's happening every week. Like, you pretty much get one at least once every week or 3 a month or what have you. You have tutorials in there and different stuff coming, discounts, and like when we go to Winter Blast, you get for the $4.99, you get a month's worth of content. Plus, what you'll get is you'll get your ArmGods Winter Blast, and then you get the Winter Blast competition as well. And on the Saturday, which is obviously the world's biggest tournament. They get like nearly 700-800 to 1,000 people in a room and stuff like that, which is unbelievable. And we do stuff like that. So it's more of finding ways, and this is what other people don't do. They want to just charge us $14.99, this £20, whatever they're charging for and calling it a pay-per-view. But to be honest with you, a lot of people, they don't want to be forking out £20. They don't want to be watching $20, this, that, and other. But they will support you a little bit. And little acorns make big trees grow. And it's about finding it in T-shirt sales. It's about finding it in your subscription models and all these other little ways of making money to keep arm wrestling sustainable. Like, we're in the boat of everybody else. I mean, Knuckles Up ain't making money. East versus West ain't making money. King of the Table are not making money. None of these big promotions are making money. Like, they're just not. It's something that they need big sponsors, or that like East versus West getting you know, Robert Baxter in and people like that. It's about finding a way to make it sustainable, because we've seen so many like WAL and Robert Drenk with UAL. They've all been they're all billionaire or multimillionaires, and they didn't make arm wrestling work. And why? Because you weren't getting bums on seat, you weren't getting people coming in buying beer, you weren't people buying tickets, and that's what you've got to do. It's about finding ways to make things sustainable. And if you do that, if you do start to turn a profit, you know, what you'll find is that you can create these independence cups. You can do the Valhallas that we put on, or other events. So there's so much more that we do as ArmGods that other people don't do. And it's all thinking outside of the box. And that's everything that we do, because we know, like, I'm not a superstar in arm wrestling. You know, I'm no Devon Larratt. I don't have that pull of all them people to grab people in and stuff like that. Marcus is not an arm wrestling promoter per se. He's a, you know, businessman. Does his things over in Ireland. But one thing we love to do is give back to the community. You know, Marcus, everyone knew him for his big super chats and supporting all the channels throughout the years. I'm known for giving back to everything to arm wrestling. And people said to me, you know, all the time, they said, oh, well, if you don't do it for money, what do you do it for? Well, I give it back because I owe arm wrestling so much. I owe arm wrestling my life. I mean, it's helped us all through crazy times. I know, you know, obviously Geordie's had horrendous times in his life, and arm wrestling's got him through times and continues to do. Ryan and Matt and I've been on my deathbed, and all I could think about is like, when I'm in my side ward and they're giving me no time, they're saying, oh yeah, you got, you know, a few hours for to live, your kidneys are gone, your liver's gone, your fucking heart's gone, and you've got Priest over at top here giving you the shake and the rattle and the roll, and all I could think about is arm wrestling and just getting back to where I was, because I was actually half decent back then. And arm wrestling, like when you've had times you split up with your bird, or you're having just an horrendous time in general, that arm wrestling is that one place, that gym, that one thing we can go and do that gets us through the day, gets us through that mad hour, or that stress that we have in our life. And for me, that means I have to give everything back to arm wrestling, because it's given me so much. And that's a different thing again. We're not in it to make money, we're in it to give back, and giving back is everything. You know, if you're into the law of attraction, or you're into one with the universe and stuff like that, giving back is everything.
Absolutely wonderful, and a poignant point there. Marcus Thompson says, "It doesn't help me. I've listened to Paul Daly."
Well, I mean, Marcus goes underrated sometimes. I mean, like, I hate to blow his trumpet, but he you know, people look past him sometimes. I mean, like, they all said to me, "Oh, Paul, you do all the setting up, you do all this arm wrestling, you do this, that, and other," you know. But Marcus does a hell of a lot behind the scenes. I mean, the posters he's generating all this time. He puts the website, the talking, the bullshit, the going on the shows, just mentioning stuff. You know, like, it's a real 50-50 partnership. And I feel very privileged and blessed to be in a partnership with Marcus. We've become extremely good friends. And it's something that we just want to build. Like, we really want to build ArmGods. You know, we very much look after our own guys first, which I know a lot of people don't. You know, a lot of promotions don't look after their own guys. We're trying to build the guys from the bottom. We're bringing a few guys out with us to pull the tournament as well. And I just feel like we're doing things from the ground up. You know, just that little acorn. And obviously, like I said earlier, big trees grow. So yeah, onwards and upwards. Oh, sorry guys, I know I drone on a bit, but
here's a question. Perfect. Aside from the athletes, how many fans are you guys bringing over from the UK?
Well, I don't know, but I honestly don't know. I mean, probably not a load, because we're going to Canada at the end of the year, and I think some people decide on which trip they want to make. But I know we're bringing another 4 or 5 guys are jumping on board as well to come and pull the tournament. My sister's coming over, a friend's coming over, my family's coming over. So yeah, there'll be a few members. White Wolf will probably come in. I think Spermies, Dan John, Muscle Bike, people like that. The Army, they'll probably make the trip over. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm not 100% certain, but one thing for sure is, you know, I know Ryan's working hard behind the scenes about getting people there. And once we get people in, we'll keep them, and they'll come bigger and better next time, like they did in Canada. I mean, this what's real speak volumes to me. So you've got Eric Rusin, you know, a legend in the grip and the arm wrestling world, and an absolute stud. And when Eric was sat at home watching the Canada versus UK last October, he got off his arse, he jumped in his car. It was a 45-minute car ride, and he drove to the hotel just to feel the atmosphere, just to watch the rest of the matches. Now, that to me speaks volumes. Now, Eric's an ultimate. He's like an arm wrestling super fan. Yeah, Eric's an arm wrestling super fan. And he jumped in his car, drove 45 minutes to come and watch it because the atmosphere was mental. And what I love about the Canadians, obviously they're part of the Commonwealth, and they have a very similar banter. When you go to Worlds or something like that, the Canadians, they're one of the loudest teams like we are. And they're going, ooh, you know, they're all Michael Todd wooing and stuff. And it was electric, man. When we went in there, it was in an hotel, and everyone bubbled up, coiled up like a spring, and everyone's booing James Wall. Yeah, everyone's booing James Wall. And then the techno bagpipes kicked in during the pork chop match with James Stewart, and all crowd are, and it was just absolutely insane. And yeah, we can go back there anytime now. Like so, we're going back this year. We can go back, and we'll get that crowd again because they've been there, they've experienced it. And this is another one as well. You know, we're speaking with Magna. You know, she's the lady from the Canadian promotion. What is it, Ryan? Remind me.
It's a Polish last name or something, isn't it?
Yeah, no, yeah, I know, yeah, but no, what's the promotion called now?
Shit, I can't.
The AWC.
Yeah, sorry, Magna.
Yeah.
AWC.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. So, sorry about that, Magna. But she said she come to Canada, right? And when she come to our event, and she said it was the best event that she'd ever been to in her life.
Nice.
And then we had here the Ultimate Arm Wrestler here just a couple of weeks ago with Pork Chop, BLM, obviously Matt Smith. And this Ultimate Arm Wrestler, what we're doing is like basically like obviously weekly or bi-weekly arm wrestling show. You know, half an hour. We're the first people ever to do that as well. You know, people have podcasts, but no one has an arm wrestling show every week. You know, we're racking them numbers up now, and we're going to be bringing in other guys from abroad and stuff. So we brings it in. She was flying over to Austria for a competition. She heard that ArmGods was having a little get together. What did she do? Did she go to Austria? No. She jumped on that plane. She landed over in Manchester, and she come and spent 2 days with us at ArmGods in a dirty old gym on a TV set, coming chanting "Awoo" and all that bullshit. Now, what does that speak volumes when another promoter goes and does that? What does it say? It just says to me that we're absolutely fucking awesome.
I flew all the way to the other side of the world to see your show.
He's fun.
You did, and did you enjoy yourself? Incredible,
absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it was so much better than any AWE event. So
that's
but
not.
You have to admit, it's different. Where when we go in March, and we're going to Philadelphia, you guys come over. There's that experience, but then there's a different experience when you go over to the UK. That's a whole different level of experience. Is that true?
Yeah, I think so. I think what you get with UK guys is that, you know, everyone labels us like a bit hooliganistic. You pulled a different promotion at UK, Jody. You know that was like more behind closed doors. You've not experienced what we bring over here yet. But I think for us, we are a little bit more forthcoming. We're a little bit more aggressive, probably. We're a bit more beer swilling, partying. You know, we put like Venga Boys songs on. The Venga Boys is coming, and everybody's jumping, and all you women are jumping, and they're showing their titties, and they're rattling, and we're going over, and we're motorboating. You know, we have inflatable bars and all the bullshit. Now, America is a little bit more reserved. We appreciate that. So when we come over, we're going to go more, I think, a little bit less hooliganism and a little bit more just keeping it between country to country, but we're having the fun as well. Like I said, we're going to build all the atmosphere. So I don't know how it's going to go with the Yanks. I mean, I hope they're all going to be loud. I hope they're all going to be getting behind the teammates, and I'm sure they will. And if they do that, if the crowd plays the part as well, then this will be the best event I think we've ever had.
And it couldn't be better because Philadelphia is the original capital of the United States, and then Valley Forge setting for this is just perfect.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, this is the thing, Ryan. You know, like we couldn't have come over and just done an ArmGods show on our own. I mean, we wouldn't have got anywhere. But obviously, you know, we've been mating, you know, friends for a little while. You're good pals with Marcus, and we've supported Winterblast, you know, via, you know, sponsorships and different stuff, and we've just built a real good relationship. You're a massive fan of wrestling and ArmGods, obviously. You have the best tournament in America by a country mile. And it just makes sense that, you know, that we're very similar in the way we are. I mean, like, you're a bit of a dickhead as well. You speak your mind. And I think like attracts like.
Yeah.
And that's why me, you, Marcus, and the rest of the team get on. Yeah. And I just foresee us building something special. I see it like, you know, maybe every 2 years that we challenge him for the cup. 1 year, you know, we come to America, and then and another year the Yanks come over to us. We're going to have a big Independence Cup. You know, everyone's going to be winning belts, and then ArmGods is going to enter the UK. Enter the USA. Maybe in a different way as well. And yeah, we're just going to build something, man. We're just going to build something. And I think it's just going to be just super special. I mean, you've got all these studs as well. I mean, people have already asked me. I mean, how many people have asked can they get on the card, Ryan? Loads of people already. And we just don't have any room for these guys, unfortunately. But what we do, you know, we have a qualifier in the UK. Like when we go to Canada, Canadians have a qualifier. Maybe next year, maybe we have a qualifier for the guys for the USA. So we have a big qualifier, and then they make the independence team. Maybe that's something we have to do over there in the States as well. But as it stands, we've pretty much picked the people that we want on the team between us for now, for the first one, to see how it goes. And I know it's going to be successful. I know it's going to be amazing. People are going to come, even if they don't like us, people are going to come because they're going to want to see us how it's done. I mean, like Fat Will's going to be there, and the Knuckles Up team are going to be there. I mean, they're going to be there already. They're going to be like, oh, how else can we steal ideas from Marcus and Paul? I mean, what else can we use? I mean, you know, and I'll just say, listen, Will, you don't have to steal. You don't have to try to be us. Just come and ask me, and I'll just help you out. That's what I do. I just love to give back, Will, and I'll even help you out. You don't have to steal our ideas anymore, you know. So yeah, I'll happily help any other promoter out there who needs a little bit of love and support.
If you want this thing to go, the Independence Cup, what you should do, what you could do, just an idea. Every year, have like a plank, and every year you engrave who won the cup that year and that team, and it goes on and on and on, like a Stanley Cup of hockey or whatnot. I mean, that could.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I was saying this to Bob Brown yesterday on telephone, that we're going to do like a Ryder Cup type thing, you know? It's going to be like, obviously, it's going to be the UK and America, and it's going to be something that we hopefully fight for every year. I mean, in an ideal world, they get rid of Winter Blast or keep Winter Blast, but make it to Summer Blast, and then we can do the 4th of July, which would be even better, and then it would really, really get like the attention. Like, I want to come over and I want us all there in red coats, right? And I want the local news there. I want national news there. And I want them to stick me on camera, and I'll be saying, listen here, this, that, and the other. And then, you know, they'll say to me, Paul, oh, you're unbelievable, Mr. Iron Paul. You're unbelievable. I want you to be on the Late Late Show. We don't want James Corden anymore. We want Paul Maiden. And I'll be there in America living live on the Late Paul Maiden Show. How does that sound?
That sounds great. You know, I mean, you know, I usually shut down for during July 4th for, if anybody knows my story, for obvious reasons. But no, I see where you want to go with that. You know, that can be a good thing.
Yeah, I think, you know, we just got to see how it rolls. And I'm just super pumped, man, super excited. I mean, from everything, like Marcus has really smashed the poster. He's smashed the posters. I think, you know, we're talking with Ryan. We smashed the venue. Ryan's been grafting so hard behind the scenes, obviously for his Winter Blast, but he's helped us so much in getting everything set up. And he's pretty much an integral part of ArmGods. There's going to be a lot more information to release soon. But the guys behind the scenes are grafting, and it's just, I'm so pumped. Everything, like he's just going to work. I believe it in my heart that we're just going to absolutely smash it. Like, I mean, look at them posters; they're absolutely unbelievable. Wait till you see the promo. The promo's unreal. The song's unreal. Obviously, I've seen some of Ryan's artwork as well, which is unbelievable. Yeah, I can't tell you how pumped I am. I want to see Paul Cruz in the flesh. I mean, he made a really funny comment earlier. Can we do something with his poster because he looks a little bit special? I mean, that absolutely tickled me. Can you make me not look so special, please? But I'm really looking forward to seeing him because he's an absolute stud and like he's so raw in his arm wrestling. And I just feel like he just looks like a Neanderthal strong man. I'm really excited to see him. Obviously, the fine wine Merlot. I'm just looking forward to the event in general. I'm super pumped, super buzzing, and I just can't wait to land. I can't wait to start having the buzz, the build up when we start really pushing it over the next week or two. And it's just going to be unreal, man. Absolutely unreal.
It's going to be
incredible. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. I can't wait to get there. And it's just a waiting time, just waiting. So
that's right. Could we, Ryan, do you have the list of matches there? Can we just quickly have a listen to what matches we've got for the card?
Yeah. We got RV versus Weber.
Oh, yeah.
Weber, yeah.
We got Williams versus Beach. We got Palco versus Sale. We got Miller versus Sanders, Passmore versus Wall, Merlot versus Bradford, Cruz versus Stoica, McAllen versus Donikis, Brown versus Davies, West versus Burton, and then a prelim that is Michael Hawks versus Tim.
Okay,
well, it was about 10 matches on the card.
Do we know the match order?
No, I think it's 12. No, the match order, Jody, is whatever I tell you it is. I'm the boss. Remember that. No, obviously we'll be starting off. I'll try and get this one in a. It's the Candyman. I'll try and get this one off in the finger. So we're going to start with this Michael. What's he called? Michael Hawkins, is he called or something?
Who's that? The auctioneer.
What's he called? Ryan. What's he called? Michael what? The prelim one.
Michael Hawks and Tim Lewis.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we'll start off with Michael Hawks and Tim Lewis in a dwarf match. Tim Lewis, 6 feet wide, 2 inches tall. He is a giant chode. And if you don't know what a chode is, it means when your penis is wider than it is long. And then we're going to kick off with Noah Burton versus Kevin Keller. And then and it's going to be. I'm going to be rappelling promos off for fun. But yeah, I mean, when he said about Tim Lewis, I just remember like Tim Lewis from Arnold's back in there, and then I saw him at Worlds in Greece last year, and I remember he's like coming out. He was in it was that other guy he was in a double Kings move with for about 4 hours.
Oh, that was Matt Telly. 2013.
Yeah, Matt Tell.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Tim Lewis. There was a Kings move, weren't they, together?
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, that was a UAL match, wasn't it, like years ago. So, I mean, I'll tell you what's interesting, is RVJ versus Lee Weber. Now, Lee Weber is probably a little bit of an unknown in America, but I guarantee you after this he won't be. A few years ago, just after COVID, he pulled Sanders. Now, Sanders wasn't the man he is is today, but he pulled Sanders, and Sanders couldn't pull through him inside. He beat Sanders twice inside, and Sanders needed a fast flash to get him. Lee's like we call him Diesel Lee Weber. He's a slower arm wrestler. He isn't very fast, but my gosh, the guy is strong. He's God's a 105 champion. He beat Elliot Eccles, who is the EFA 105 world champion. He beat him on this table a few weeks ago. And let me tell you, the man is insanely strong. And RVJ is not the quickest cookie. He's not a speed demon. And if it goes inside, let me tell you, that one could be an absolute burner. And Lee Weber will be known all over the world. Everyone's starting to know James Wall. A little bit of pressure on his shoulders against Paul Passmore. Really want to get a win under his belt. And I do believe he can. I think Paul Passmore coming in from his 300 pounds, trimming down to like a 242, looks in real good condition. And he obviously is strong as hell. I think James Wall might manipulate him in the hand and wrist. Paul's hand and wrist looks a bit susceptible. Everyone thinks James is just an hooker, but he isn't. He's an absolute stud in every position. And Kevin Keller, I don't know overly too much of him, but I do know, obviously, Howard Noah Burton, who's an unbelievable stud as well. He's a bit of a king's moving shoulder presser. I think Kevin Keller's a nice medium strength top roller. That's two up and comers coming up on the card, getting their opportunity. That quite excites me because Noah's always in a tough match. Probably the guy with the toughest match in the UK is ArmGods world champion, as we see Lee Weber there, absolute stud muffin. He absolutely battered Big Rich Loverin as well. It was a beating. But the toughest match I think we have is probably Mindaugas Dulskas. He's taking on Corey West, right-handed, and I think a lot of people are saying Mindaugas is in serious trouble. But Mindaugas is an ever-improving super heavyweight. He pulled Lajra back in a couple of weeks ago. The match got stopped because it was a joke. Mindaugas was beating him up no tomorrow. I don't think I'm letting anything out of the bag there. I think the rumour mill is run wild. So hopefully Mindaugas can roll into town and give Corey West an amazing pull. I do think that's the toughest match that we've got. Obviously, then we have Corey Miller world title match against Craig Sanders. Two absolute studs, legends. We've got the Bullet against the Flash, which is quicker. We're going to find out in about 8 weeks' time. And then obviously we've got all the other amazing matchups. And I'm just talking promo shit though while I'm watching this video, to be honest. I'm going to see Lee Weber.
Yeah, that's right. This is,
absolutely.
This is the ArmGods room. You can see the signature red lighting, and yeah, it just looks tremendous, doesn't it? You can almost feel the atmosphere like through.
There's two things wrong with that video. There's two things wrong with that video. Obviously, you got the Tim Talmadge there, which we should have just cut his head off with a scythe on the bottom left. And then next minute, you're probably going to see Aussie arm wrestler's face on there as well pop up in a minute. That absolutely annoying voice. Good day, you goddamn said legends, or whatever he comes out with. Oh my fucking word! You know what? That man, fucking hell. We've had no finger with him for a while. Your mate Aussie. I mean, I've noticed you've been using Aussie on your shows, Matt. What's all that about?
Yeah, I will treat people the way that they've treated me. I've always been treated nicely with Jake, and yeah, I have no issues with him. But
yeah, so get off my boy Tim Thomas. That's my dude. Get off of him.
That was political answer.
Oh, man, Tim. Come on, he's nobody's boy.
That's my dude.
Come on, let's be honest. I mean, listen, man. Anyone who tries to hold someone to ransom. Anyone who tries to hold someone to ransom isn't your dude, is it?
I don't know what the story is down there, so I don't know how it came to
No,
that.
it's the truth. That's the story. That's the story. He said he was coming over to ArmGods. We paid his flight and his hotel, and he wanted to referee. There you go. So he's flying in from fucking Arizona. He's got his hotel paid at world's dearest place, Carlingford. Okay, and he wanted a match, but he said he'd referee, right? So that was the deal, right? That was the deal.
Right.
That's what he got. We don't lie. We don't talk bullshit. And then 5 minutes before the show starts, he holds us to ransom, tries to hold to ransom for he wants $1,000 or he's not refereeing. Now, when you've got a referee there and then someone does that to you, what does that say about that person? That's going to fuck the show. And then after all that bullshit, at the end of it, when we had the thumbtack match, right, both referees shit themselves and ran off. And I've had words with Dan Hanlon over this. Me and him had words about it, so you'll not mind me saying. But then Tim Talbot, they just ran off and left us with no referees at the table during a live show. Now, with Dan Earthquake, is still in the chat there. He stepped up and he obviously thought on his feet as I did. And then we had to run to the table and we refed it, and no one knew any different. They just saw the referees swap out. But the truth is, them two referees, they ran off and they left us in the middle of a live show when people are watching, people are judging us, people are gonna judge us on that one thing, and they left us without any referees. Now, who does that to somebody? You don't, do you? I wouldn't do that to anyone. I never did that to Neil Pickup. Me and Neil Pickup didn't see eye to eye. But I refereed all his shows, even when he never helped me out, even when he never did anything for us. I still supported him, still refereed his shows, still showed up, and I still give me 100% best for him. So you don't do that as a human being. So that says to me, as a human being, you're an absolute shithouse. And you can't be trusted, and you're not a nice person because you just don't do that to another human being.
Well, damn.
There you go.
Quick, but yeah, it's just, it's sad that it's gotten to that point, because, with all.
Yeah, well, the thing is, up to that point, we're having a laugh and a joke. He's giving me one of his hoodies. I'm wearing one of his hoodies, and then just to change like that. No, come on, man. You don't do that to people. And then you know yourself as well, Geordie, when yourself, Ryan Epsey, Tim Talbridge, and whoever that other fucking guy, I don't know, right, cock. He was on your show.
That's my
and he's on your thing, and I rip you all to death. I rip you all to death because you've not a brain cell between you all. And
Jesus,
like Ryan Epsey and Tim Talbridge, they cut off camera, went and spoke to each other privately to come back and try and catch me out with questions. And that show's still out there somewhere, I think, on Geordie's or Ryan's, whoever. And they tried to catch me out, and they couldn't catch me out of anything, because the truth is, they just made themselves look like idiots, and everyone's messaging me after saying, oh yeah, Paul, you showed them, blah, 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 and all this bullshit. Because, like, they're trying to rinse us over a thumbtack match. They're trying to rinse us over trying to be different. Like, but they can't rinse us. They can't rinse us. You can't discredit ArmGods, because we always tell the truth. We're always honourable. We always say what we're going to do. And you can't knock people for wanting to be different and go their own path. But that day, you all jumped on, did you or did you not? And all try and rip me. And then he ended up all coming out with egg on your face.
No,
because
I
wasn't telling lies.
I had my own podcast show. I invited you and Evan McGorn. I sat there and told you guys how I felt. I'm like, hey, that was some bullshit. But every match preceding that was awesome. And for some reason, you guys zoned in on the one match I didn't like. And so for that, so two reasons why I'm probably one of the most hated men over there in your country. One is because I associate myself with Neil Pickup. So there's already got one strike against me. And number two, because I didn't like the match. But I'll tell you this. I'm going to tell you how it's going to go down. James Beach, he's going to come over. The gentleman that he is, I'm going to beat him for the belt, with all due respect. And then if I get invited back over to the UK, I'm going to bust his ass. Mr. Mitch Tutt will bust his ass. So that's how that's going down.
They're going to get
this. Listen, I hope that you live your dream, man. I support you in your dream. And that's exactly what it is. You'll be on your pillow and you'll be like, oh, Mr. Peach. Oh, I can beat Mr. Peach. And then you're going to wake up and you're going to have your Kellogg's cornflakes and you're going to say, oh, no, I've got to ring James Beach and apologise him for even thinking I could beat him.
That's exactly what's not going to happen.
There's two things. There's two things during your comments that you come out with. You're not the most hated man in the UK for two reasons. You're not hated at all. You're actually loved and admired due to the fact that, you were willing to put it on the line. You do speak your mind to a degree. And, you do your best for arm wrestling. So we do actually love and admire you. As far as coming, pulling for Neil Pickup and be hated. That's not true. A lot of my guys who I train, a lot of my close arm wrestling friends, they pull arm wars, they pull East versus West, they pull knuckles up, king of the table, whatever. You know, we don't care who pulls where. We don't care who pulls through. I mean, James Walpole's all over the place. He even pulled for that Tim Talbridge fella. We've got Bogdan, who's just been at Knuckles Up. He pulled at Tim Talbridge. He's pulling for ArmGods. We don't care. Like, we have no issue with anyone. We just want arm wrestlers to live and let live and pull wherever they want to pull. Now, that's a fact. So we don't care if you pull at arm wars. Your matches never get shown. That's up to you if you want to spend all your money and your wages and this, that, other, and live in an iron house where it's miserable and cold. That's fine. But we're not doing that to you, Jody. We're flying you in. We're putting you in an hotel. We're there with open arms. We're going to love and cherish you and cuddle you. And if you're losing badly to James Beach, we're not going to stop the match. We're just going to see you get pinned 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4. And ladies and gentlemen, the new Independence champion, James the Giant Beach.
And here's the funny part. Yes, he'll pin me 4 times, but they're all going to be elbow fouls on James. Therefore, we get the restart. I saw some of those matches. Man, there were some serious losses. Down here, a slip and losing position. I don't know what the rules are. All I know that might have been some home cooking. That's all I'm saying. So I'll have you know, if that shit flies over in the States, that's a goddamn loss. That's all I'm telling you. And that belt will go around the shoulder and on the back of that wall. That's what's going to happen. Can you picture me walking
all I'm telling you is this.
With the belt, walking through the airport? Oh, WWE. No, man. ArmGods champ. Go look it up. ArmGods.com. You'll see a picture of me going like this. That's what's going to happen.
Oh, the only second I get a chance to bring up the super chat and he disappears. Like,
yeah.
Go on. There you go.
let me get this question in here. Dave Shumage has been fantastic. Put a super chat in $4.99. Thank you so much, David. He asks, well, he says the only Lee we know is Lee Harvey Oswald. Is Lee Weber as much of a killer?
Oh, come on. We all know that Lee Harvey Oswald didn't do it. That was a bit of home cooking with you lot. I mean, fucking hell, you're the most corrupt country in the world. I mean, talk about the cabal. I mean, that's what you were. I mean, come on, guys. Let's be honest with you. You fucking... I don't know, man. You went in there, you stole a complete fucking continent. You took it away from my cousins, my uncles and granddads, the Native Americans. Yes, Jody, I am a Native American descent, before you ask. My uncle, great uncle John the Bad Hand. Yeah, that he was a postal rider. But you've done that. You're like, you know, you are a corrupt country, aren't you? I mean, like every time we see, I mean, I come over. This is how bad you are. That shithouse Leonard Erkles. I mean, fucking hell. I mean, someone please fucking, someone please push him in fucking to Niagara Falls. For fuck's sake.
Okay, I mean, now I really got to.
I remember. I'll tell you a story.
Hey,
I'm going to tell you a story, right? Well, do you not think that he looks a bit like Paul Bearer? Like, oh, my Undertaker. Yeah, that's his fucking spitting image with his fucking no neck. Like that. Like, he's the most pathetic human being I've ever seen in my life after Tim Talmadge.
Oh my God.
So I'm gonna tell you.
Let me tell you something. My great grandfather, Dark Chocolate Thunder. I'm telling you what. I read books about him, and I'm telling you right now. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to come over there to Philly. I'm going to shake everybody's hand. Hey, what's up? Welcome to our country. Welcome to Philly. But after that, wham, another one. Wham, another one. Okay, I'll let you get this pen. Wham, the belt's coming with me. Now, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to take that belt. I'm going to put it over my shoulder through the airport. How you doing? Shaking hands, kissing babies. And then what's going to happen? I'm going to get a call from either you or Marcus going, hey, next event, you got to put the title up. But you got to come to the UK to do it. Okay, that's cool. Who am I pulling? It don't matter. I'm gonna go over there. You guys are gonna pay for my flight, pay for a hotel or a castle. I'm gonna roll up in there. I have me a big old bowl of porridge. I'm gonna smack the next person who wants to step to me because it's going down just like that. And I will retain my independence title. Then it's like feed me more, feed me more. The next opponent, let's go. That's how it's going down.
The only thing that's going down. The only thing that's going down, my friend. Can you hear that fucking rat up there?
It sounds like your house is going down.
The only thing that's going down, Jordy. The only thing that's going down, Jordy, is fucking you. Like some dirty slapper in hood. Because end of the day, my friend, end of the day, you'll be licking it, you'll be touching it, you'll be patting it. Because James Beach is just too. You. How can I just say? You're like an understudy. You're like, when we got you involved in ArmGods, you've got to understand that Ryan begged and pleaded. He said, please, Mr. Iron Paul, please, Mr. Iron Paul, give Jody Chocolate Thunder an opportunity. He will prove that he belongs on the arm wrestling table. But the thing is, Ryan had to pay me $16,000 to get you on. Ryan promised me half of the earnings of Winterblast just to put you on that show. I mean, he might have faith in you, but all I look at and all I see you is a weak, frail, old geriatric man with little girl hands, tiny shoulders, thin arms, and an overextended gut. Right? And not only that, you're one of the ugliest people I've ever seen. I mean, you're that ugly, your mum and dad used to feed you with a catapult. That's how ugly you are.
I'm going to smack that guy to the pad, and I'm going to pull out a big old giant chocolate Hershey bar just for James. Say, hey, my friend, you did good. Here's your winnings. I'll take that belt. You take this chocolate candy bar, and on your way. On your way. That's how it's going down, sir. Yes. Because everybody loves chocolate. Duh. Know what I'm saying? But hey.
No, not everybody. Diabetics don't.
Well, they love it. They just can't eat it without dying.
That's true.
James Beach is a diabetic. He can't have it. That's probably because of his insulin disorder with all his steroids. But you know, I mean, you Americans know a lot about that anyway, don't you? I mean, you're all rather obese or steroid
because
abusers.
we put flavor in our food. The hell are you talking about, man? Oh, come on, man. Really? Not everybody's on diet.
Yeah, flavor, yeah.
Hang on.
I mean, listen, you Yanks all go on. You Yankees all go on about the Russians, the Eastern Europeans take steroids. No, listen, it's the Eastern Europeans that take steroids. The Georgians, the Russians. No, it's not. I mean, for fuck's sake, guys, look at you. You're like Pinhead out of Hellraiser. That's what majority of you arm wrestlers are like. You're like, what's your nickname? You've got the D-ball kid. You've got the sustenance stud. You've got the Anadrol 50 fucking whatever he comes out with. I mean, that's what you like. And you like the Australians. You're all roided. You all said, oh, well, them Georgians are on steroids. Well, yeah, they might be on steroids, but they're on a proper cycle where they don't gain 620 pounds around the waist or throat. I mean, like, you guys are just like ascetic lifters. The Georgians use steroids to progress. The Kazakhs use steroids to progress in a sport because they're ultimate professionals. Where you Americans, you're not. You're like, you want to look good in a pair of budgie smugglers on a beach. You know, you want to walk down the street with it, swinging your shoulders around or holding your carpets out under your arms like this. That's what you guys want to do. And that's why you're all pathetically weak. And come ArmGods, come Winterblast, you are going to find out how weak you Americans really are. Because this UK team is coming in red hot, and we are going to take what we should have done 300 years ago. And this time, we won't just burn the White House down. We're going to burn the whole fucking country.
Let me get this super chat here before you go. With Marcus Thompson has put in €100. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Marcus. He says, here, Matt, for putting up with Paul for an hour. Counseling is probably required. Can't wait, boys. This is the start of ArmGods coming to America to take over with the help of Ryan, 98%, and the great pullers from the States. Oh!
Listen, man, I'm going to tell you what. I hope everyone gets the subscribes. ArmGods.com. Matter of fact, I got to call up Dorian Yates. Hey, you come watch the show because I'm telling you right now, I'm taking your boy Beach down. I'm going to take him to a beach, right? Take him to a beach. I'm going to let him know there. I'm going to stick my toe in the Atlantic Ocean, and I'm going to come back and go, yeah, I'm ready to whoop that ass now. So, hey, it's going down. I'm telling you, be aware. Be ready for this. Be ready for this.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan, you're like Ryan's the general of the American team. Now, listen, Ryan, tell the honest truth. Can Jody Williams beat James Beach or what? Come on, tell us the truth.
At the end of the match, he might have to change his name from Beach to Bitch.
Whoa.
Oh, fucking hell. So, who do you see, Ryan? Who do you see being like the top 3 biggest threats from the USA?
Oh, boy. That's a good question. I mean, every match to me seems pretty close, to be honest. I think Corey West is going to be a lot to handle. That's going to be a really good challenge right there. You know what? Kevin Kaler is like kind of an unknown to you guys, but here Kevin Kaler's a beast. So that may be a surprise there.
Hang on. You said to me Kevin Kaler was shit.
I mean, you told me you needed a medium, mid-level pro. So I may have lied so that we could win.
Well, I'm glad that I lied because he's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And Kevin Kaler's in serious trouble. Like, I don't think you've got any picture of Noah Burton on that screen. But listen, Noah Burton's not just superiorly strong. He's basically looks like Aquaman, and he's got a gigantic slong. So possibly he won't just beat Kevin. He'll probably beat half of the Yankee women there with it.
He looks like Jesus, but a Jesus that walks on semen instead of water.
Well, you could have a surprise. I mean, at least if we've got the walking semen, you've got the world's squeakiest man in Corey Miller. I mean, come on, Corey, for fuck's sake.
He's going to win 3-0. We're good.
Oh, no, he can't win 3-0. It's got to be 4-0 because it's for a world title. But no, Corey Miller, man. I mean, the Flash.
How many belts are pulling out? How many titles do we have up for grabs?
2 or 3, I think.
I'm not sure. I think we've got at least 5.
I know.
Not world titles, but we've got at least 5 championship matches.
I know Cruz is trying to get down to a weight where the belt is an option. So he's.
Yeah, well, I hope so. I hope so because that would be unbelievable. I mean, Bogdan obviously beat BLM in a great match when BLM ruined himself, smashed his elbow. So he's obviously 105 kilo world title, and he's one of our guys. So that will be a good one. I mean, I honestly don't know how that match will go. I think Bogdan, he's for me, he's the more technical guy. But I'm really impressed with Paul Cruz. I've been watching a lot of his stuff, and I really like his grit. I do see areas where I believe he could be exploited, but I also in the same breath, like he's a stud. So I don't know how that match is going. I don't know. He might just be that strong. He beats Bogdan up bad. or he might just be an absolute thriller. As we see James Beach there giving Adam Johnson a little bit of a pasting. Yeah, that was an assassination that night. Adam Johnson is an absolute stud left-handed as well. But Beach was in like probably the best form of his life. I mean, during training we do a thing called shirt tanking, and for 20 minutes at the end of every session, which was like then 3 nights a week, James Beach went through the entire week. He kept on the table for 20 minutes solid. And we're not just talking 20 minutes where he does this, where he just pins everyone easily. We start off with a 10. He can't pin people for 10 seconds. And then when he gets pinned, we move it down. You can't pin someone for 5 seconds. And then we move it down to 4, 3, 2. And then he can start going over. And at the end of that Carlingford camp, he wasn't losing 20 minutes. Is what? Sorry?
Video?
No, that's the Commonwealth. That's the Commonwealth Championship. No, sorry, hang on. Yeah, Commonwealth Championship match. That one.
Okay.
Yeah. That's something. Yeah. So the independence one that you're fighting for is completely fresh. That's like nobody owns it. James doesn't have that belt, so that's like whoever owns it is the first guy to ever own it.
That's brand new.
Which is quite exciting.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The only independence belt out there at the moment is David Bradford's 95 kilo right arm one, which he puts on the line against Merlo, and he won that he beat Till Talmadge in Carlingford. That was who had that match at 95 kilo. So Till Talmadge, obviously, no matter my thoughts about the man, he is a very strong man. And it was an impressive win for Bradford.
Was it true? Was it true? John got like the hardcore belt or some shit like that.
Yeah, Uncle John got an amazing belt. He probably got the nicest belt. Yeah, the hardcore belt was unbelievable. Yeah, we've like got more belts in existence than your local Walmart. We really have. Marcus keeps moaning all the time. He keeps saying, "Look at James Beach there." He hated it when I brought him out in that outfit. He hated it. Hopefully, Jody, and I don't mean this with all due respect. Hopefully, he's not wearing that when he comes out in America.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that one would go down very well.
That might be a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, especially if it were white. So we're not going to bring that one out.
We'll see Josh Davis as well at Winter Blast. So both of these gentlemen on screen will be at the event.
Yeah. Well, that's obviously Beach's right arm, and Josh Davis is another stud. Him and Bob Brown, he could steal the match of the night. I really don't know. Josh Davis, if he gets into that little shoulder move he gets, he's so difficult to beat from there, and he's got some real big wins under his belt. Obviously, Bob Brown needs no introduction anywhere in the arm wrestling world. Very much a living legend of the sport, all round decent bloke, and he can arm wrestle his cock off. Will he have enough in the tank for beat Josh Davis? Time will only tell. But I'm very, very excited to see the result of that match. I'm excited over them all. I think when we sat down and we spoke about them, some matches were off the cuff because some matches weren't available to us that we wanted. But overall, I feel like we've got a good 50-50 card where no one is really a massive favourite. Yeah, there is a couple of favourites, obviously, but there's no one who's a massive favourite, apart from possibly Corey West. But the thing is with the match with Corey West and Minder, even though it's not something that a lot of people think should happen, we don't know how good Minder is over here in the UK. All we know is that everyone we put him against, he's beaten.
Right.
So at some point, like you would do any other athlete in boxing or fighting, or UFC, whatever you want to come up with, at some point they've all got to step up and you find out how good that person really is. Now, this is Mindaugas' chance. This is his time to shine, and we find out how good he is. And if he isn't good enough for Corey West, we know what level he is, and we step him down a level, we rebuild him, and then we push him again. And that's something that we really do care about our athletes at ArmGods, no matter which promotion they come from, which people, which country they are. We really do care about the athlete. We can't match the wages or some of the deals with the other guys. But what we do is we still have the athlete's best interest at heart. We try and match it the best we can, and we try and create something where we'll always look after that guy. If they do get beat, that's not the end of it with us. We try and rebuild you. Like you have to look after the guys like a proper promoter would. Like a promoter in other sports. Because arm wrestling is so new, realist, like in the thought process, you've got to look at all these other sports, your boxing and stuff like that, and you've got to take everything from what they do. Once they've reached that level, if they crack on, then yeah, fair enough, brilliant. You keep building them and giving them bigger matches. But if they do take a loss, you don't just stick them in another 50-50 or another 40, or one where they're at 48% and 52 to other guy. You might bring it back down a level. You give them the 52% opportunity to win. And they can still lose, of course, but it's just about rebuilding them. And that's what we want to do. We don't want to take anyone's soul. We just want to keep rebuilding and rebuilding.
I will say this, Paul.
And like we was looking.
I think the good thing what you guys do, and then, all jokes aside and everything, because this is real talk right now. So everybody in the chat, listen up. I think what sets you guys apart is that you try not to be like everybody else, right? You guys, if I'm not mistaken, I think you guys were the ones that came out with the fireworks and the pyro and the smoke. I don't think anybody else has done that, So I think it sets you guys from apart. Also, when you have that table in the middle and you got the chairs surrounding the athletes, no one's ever done that. And I think, when I really think about it, no one's ever done that. And I think, you may have organizations that might take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and make their own. But you guys were the originators of that. It makes you feel like you're in a pit, everybody on you, like everybody on you like that. And it makes like a old Roman, battle, No one else has done that. So I will say that from that standpoint, you guys are different and you're not trying to be like everybody else, but you're trying to be the first. I don't know if that made sense, but that's just how it's coming off,
Yeah, I think everything that we do, we try and, like I said earlier, Jordy, we try and be pioneers in everything that we do. We want to be the first. We want to be the best. Like, seriously, with them, like, if we're honest, we are the most disorganized rabble ever. I mean, you've got Marcus who works full time. Obviously, I'm working all the time. I've got kids. He's got like 4 kids. I've got 4 or 5 kids. Our business meetings are like 3 minutes long. I mean, Marcus will still be here, he'll be listening. He'll tell you, like, we talk about arm wrestling for 3 minutes. We come up with major decisions costing an absolute fortune in minutes. But sometimes the best songs are written on a piece of paper when they're having a shit. Or, the best ideas come to you when you least expect it. And you can talk all day about arm wrestling, this, that, and the other. And Ryan will tell you the same. I mean, Ryan's like a lot more on the ball than we are. And he'll tell you how difficult we are to actually deal with. But when we do it, we just do it within in milliseconds. And I feel like there's only 2 of us, we have other people that help. Obviously, we have amazing people like Dan Quaid, my sister, and all the other people behind the scenes, Ollie Stewart, who does stuff for us and stuff. But, like, really, it's just me and him. Like, if you boil the bones and all the meat comes off, it's just me and Marcus. And I feel like if we had a team behind us, like like we're hoping to do with Ryan and stuff, and obviously we've got Mateus coming in helping and different people. If we got a proper team behind us, then there ain't nothing stopping us. And I do believe it's only a matter of time. And we just need to build a solid team. And when we do, as Kevin Costner did in that movie back in the day, build it and they will come, and then they will. Like, this independence thing could be the biggest thing that United States has ever seen in arm wrestling ever. This is how big it could be, because it's just pitting 2 countries together. It's pitting something that happened all them years ago. it's incredible what we're building, and I just feel like every single thing that we do turns to gold. Like, as difficult as it is sometimes, and everyone thought that after Carlingford, because we've not heard about us for a while, we'd gone missing, and like, oh, ArmGods is finished now. I mean, the amount of shit we heard about that. ArmGods is finished. Oh, the guys they've gone now. They've no money left. Bullshit. The thing is, we took stock after Carlingford. It built us. It gave us a world stage. We had, with the main guys on Jordan and Playman and all, your Ron Baths and your Tim Bresnans, amongst all the other guys, which we value equally. And then we thought, okay, well, what can we do now? Well, the original reason why I started arm wrestling promoting from the get-go was when arm wrestling were falling on its arse in UK, I took it on myself to try and rebuild it. And I'm very patriotic myself. I'm very much a British man, English man mainly, but Britain. And I wanted to rebuild it. And I always said to the guys, I will never leave you behind. And I won't. And I've stuck to my word. And I believe in building UK first. So hence I started doing the Ultimate Arm Wrestler, a couple of shows. We're doing a Triple Crown where we're giving away £9,000, which is what's that in about $14,000.
Right.
After 3 tournaments, we're giving away 3 arm wrestling tables. Only one guy can win a prize. You get keys for being an ArmGods subscriber or a PAA member, which is our national federation. You get a certain amount of keys just for entering. You get keys for being in the tournament and stuff. And at the end of it all, no matter how many keys you've got, you want to spin the wheel, you get spun. Whoever gets it gets $5,000, $2,500, $1,500, and 3 tables. But you can only win 1 prize. So there's 6 guaranteed winners. Now, if you're an ArmGods member and you're a PAA member, you automatically get 200 chances. That's without even entering arm wrestling competition to win a key or to get keys. You get 10 keys just for entering. So people really have an opportunity. So we're not just doing it for the best guys. At the end of it, because it's over 3 tournaments, at the end of it, the winner who collects the points gets a crown, and they're called the Triple Crown winner. But anyone has an opportunity to win the tables and the money. And that's every little bit of any entrance fees or anything is going back to the guys again. And that's building the homegrown people, because that's what we want to do. We want to give back that way. And then, the Ultimate Arm Wrestler is we're giving up and coming novices, beginners, pros, and then obviously you've just seen we've had internationals come in for Commonwealth Championships. That's something that we're doing on a almost a weekly basis. That's going for the UK guys as well. And then obviously we're not just taking all the best guys, we're taking a couple of up and comers, and then the guys that haven't made the team we're bringing to pull in the 98 Winter Blast competition. So I feel like we're giving back, and we're doing that. Now, Canada, they start off this year by doing a tournament, and they're going to start having their own ArmGods champions. They've already got Commonwealth champions, but they're going to have their ArmGods champions. And if everything goes right the way I think it's going to do, and me and Ryan and the rest of the people have a chat, then we're going to start doing ArmGods competitions and super matches in America for USA ArmGods belts. And if that then happens, the plan will be, and I don't mind throwing it out there, the plan will be then to do an America versus Canada ArmGods event, and then we'll obviously build that, and that'll be like the transatlantic, whatever it might be. I mean, and then we might even bring in Mexico or Argentina or something else. And I know that's done but we will do it in a different way. But we think that if we get our ArmGods America as well, then we can smash that. And with people like Ryan on board, who we've got to do the finer details, then we can just push ArmGods to another level once again. And then you can start having super matches, and you can have if there's a world title holder in America, they can fight on a show that Ryan puts on. We don't necessarily have to be there. Ryan could put on an amazing event in obviously the ArmGods way, as they can do in Canada, and then that way the events are being run around the world. We can stick that on the subscription model. People can start watching it week in and week out, and that's more content for as little as $4.99 a month, and you get so much for it. Who else can give that sort of value? Nobody's doing that, because everyone's chasing the big buck or the big pay-per-view, and we're not thinking like that. We're thinking about the long run, and we're going to be successful.
So here's
and I've droned on again, but I just can't help.
And not to cut you off, sorry about that, Paul. And I know Matt has to talk in like 3 hours, so and Ryan hasn't said anything in 3 hours. But how does this title thing work? I know I got this gut feeling somebody's losing their championship belt. So let's just say someone from the UK lost their belt to one of us Americans. How does that work now going forward with the championship belt? What does that look like?
Okay, so the independence belts can only be fought for between UK and America because it's an independence belt. The world, let's say Corey Miller wins the world title. Okay, he now has the ArmGods world title belt. Anybody can challenge for that belt, whether it be an American, whether it be a Canadian, a Bulgarian, or a Russian, or whatever it might be. But just because we might have a show. We might have a show in America, and then Corey could defend it over there. I don't have to be there. Marcus doesn't have to be there. This is what we're hoping for ArmGods to become. We're hoping for it to become a global thing over a period of time. If we have a Commonwealth belt, the Commonwealth belts can only, like with the Canadians, can only be fought for with the Canadians or the Australians or New Zealand or Jamaica or Indians or people in the Commonwealth, and then, we have obviously European belts, what can only go for European championships. So that's why it's important for us to have the ArmGods championship, like a US ArmGod championship, a Canadian one, because that way then you guys can have events over there in America, and you can have, let's say, Paul Cruz against Paul Passmore, and they could be fighting for like the 115 kilo USA ArmGods belt. Right. And you could stuff like that. So that's something that we want to build over a period of time. Now, we're not scared of throwing our ideas out there, because once them ideas are out there, anyone who copies them after that is obviously a shithouse. But we're making our stance known now. This is what we're doing, and we are coming. Like, whether you like it or not, we're coming. And I'm not going to say we're going to be the guys that we're going to take over the world, but we're going to be the guys that take over the world. And I just feel like we have a winning format, and I feel like with the addition of a couple more people into the team, we have a winning formula. We want to do an arm wrestling Ashes with Australians. We have a very long history with Australia. Obviously, we sent all them over there in the 1700s because they're all convict thieving bastards. Like, if anyone knows the history between the UK and the Australians were all thieves, murderers, rapists, or some very, very nasty people. And we sent them on a boat, and they ended up in a better country than we've got now. Sod's law. Sod's law, I guess. Ladies and gentlemen. But we have two massive sports over between ourselves, which is rugby and cricket. Now, in that, they call it the Battle of the Ashes, so they burn the cricket stumps and they put it in an urn, and then the same with the rugby ball, and they call it the Ashes. And we want the arm wrestling Ashes. I believe we want to get that. But the Australians, the problem with the Australians is that they're all on steroids. They're all cheaters. None of them make weight, and they can't be trusted. And we know that's because of the criminal background that they have. That's right. So where we did want to work with the Australians, unfortunately, now we only actually want to work with Matt and Dave, because for me, there's only Matt and Dave who are genuinely honourable men in Australia. The rest of them, actually, that's not true. I like Lachlan, but the rest of them are absolute cretins. There's no way on this earth that Ryan Bowen and Lachlan Carpenter are not having a love affair. Like, them two are the biggest backdoor chocolate ferrets I've ever seen in all my life. Like, you tell me when you send them two training together that they were having a sexual affair.
I didn't see the video.
They were. If you watch that training video of Ryan Bowen and Lachlan Carpenter, I'm telling you now, they're uphill gardeners.
Oh, fantastic.
100% Kentucky jockey riders. 100%.
I was going to look that video up now. Oh, fantastic. Well, I mean, we love what you guys are doing.
Is there any questions? Is anyone in the chat?
Oh, everyone's having a great time. They're enjoying the rants, all the information that you're giving. It's you don't need questions.
I can't actually see who's here. But
right. Well,
I'm actually just wondering if anyone's in there.
Lots of people. Yeah, and let me bring up the chat for you so you can see it. There we go.
Bob Brown just texted me saying that on his flyer, you guys spelled his opponent's name wrong. he's more concerned about his opponent's name.
No, he's that's Marcus, and unfortunately, we do that to Josh Davis all the time. So we do it to wind him up because there's in Wales. Everybody's spelled Davies, Davies, apart from Josh, which is Davis. But we now do it on purpose. So Bob, yeah, it's done on purpose.
You guys did it on purpose.
Yeah, honestly, I spoke with Marcus this morning, and on Bob's poster, I wanted a certain thing, but we decided against it. But Ryan, I'll send it you later because you'll fucking die. Like you'll absolutely fucking die.
Yeah.
Send
it to me.
Yeah.
Holly Stewart says that she can't wait to watch Tom Holland's live tonight, exposing all the tea.
Oh, I hope it's a decent live though. I mean, like, I hope it's actually decent. And it's not just like, oh, well, what it is, Ryan should have been 86 kilo and he weighed in at 88 kilo and it was 2 kilos over. Because to me, that's not worth on. I need to see at least 12, 15 kilos over. I need to see like an absolute fucking rebel. And I can't believe that fat Will is even going on there, like ripping his own puller. You know what I mean? Like, I can't believe it.
On top of the hour.
Well, obviously we'll finish and I'm going to watch that myself, but I can't wait. I mean, maybe Will will invite me on the show and I can give my 2 pence as well. That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe Will answer the challenge of Iron Paul against Fat Will. What do you think of that one?
Ooh, okay. Under what promotion though?
We'll do it under 98 ArmGods. How's that one sound?
There we go.
I love the name 98 ArmGods.
What if he invited you?
Just think about that. 98 ArmGods. There was 300 Spartans, and now there's 98 ArmGods. Think about that, boys. Bit of food for thought there, Matthew.
Absolutely.
Bit of food for thought.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll just flipping through the comments.
Matt, just do us a favour, Matt. Smile, Matt. Does anyone else think that Matt looks a bit Mr. Ed? Oh, am I wrong?
The horse. Well, I have to be chewing my.
Yeah,
yeah.
Wow. Someone put a saddle on Matt and ride him.
What if Will says, "Hey Paul, I accept your challenge. You come the knuckles up 6. Would you accept the challenge?"
I will go over to Knuckles Up 6 in June or July, whenever the next event is, and I will smash him to pieces.
There you go.
Happily. All I want from him, all I want is my flight and a dirty old brothel to sleep in, and I'll just come and beat him up bad.
Can you imagine?
I'd love it. I'll happily pull on any promotion. I'll pull on any promotion. Listen, just because I'm ArmGods doesn't mean I won't pull on another promotion. I mean, I'm still an arm wrestler at heart. I mean, I'm buzzing. I can't wait for pull pull the Winter Blast tournament. I'm really excited. I've not pulled for obviously a while, and yeah, I'm just excited. I'll pull for anybody. I'll pull anywhere. I'm an arm wrestler. I'm a like not a promoter to a degree, but I'm still an arm wrestler. I'm a purist arm wrestler. I love arm wrestling, like of every form. I mean, I know that East versus West is a library and things like that to a degree, but I still love seeing the technical battles. I still love seeing the guys who have grown up watching or grown up being friends with, or I still love the scene of arm wrestling. I love every bit of arm wrestling. I mean, don't get me wrong, I didn't watch Knuckles Up live, but I did actually get it afterwards, and I watched it when it was more available. I spent some family time because I've obviously had a few family issues recently, but yeah, I watched it. I still support it. I still buy it. You know what I mean? I mean, I might come out with all my bullshit, calling him a fat Will and this, that, other about different promotions, but I'll still support them because I still want to see arm wrestling do well.
Question.
I still buy.
Love that question, Miranda.
Well,
Did you have anything to do with hacking Knuckles Up?
Did
you have anything to do with Knuckles Up being hacked again on their pay-per-view?
I've got two things to say about that. This is a conspiracy theory.
Marcus Thompson.
I know 100%, 100% that Marcus Thompson did it. No, I did. Like, listen, let's put two and two together. What does Marcus Thompson do for a living? Marcus Thompson is an unbelievably successful security IT man, right? As well as a member of the IRA. So, who could hack? If someone wanted to hack somebody, who would be able to do it? It wouldn't be any of us on this screen. It's Marcus. I know it is. And I said to him afterwards, I said, listen, have you got anything to do with that? So, in case I get asked this question on Matt's show tonight, he went, Paul, unfortunately, Paul, I did have something to do with it. It was all me. And I said, well, you do realise I'll have to release this information. And that was that. But from what I heard, Ryan, it's the least of the worries. The actual stream was the least of the worries. I believe that, other things went wrong. I mean, obviously, we know the Tom Holland incident. We know that people waited 7 hours outside of a cold door to get in. We know that Fat Will ate all the wrestlers' lunch. We know that things went wrong.
You've made a believer out of me. I definitely believe that Marcus hacked it.
Yeah, 100%, man. He's a bastard, honestly.
Hey,
I tell you what, I've had a couple of messages pop up.
Will calling me.
I've had a couple of messages pop up.
Will is calling me right now.
Really?
Put him on speaker. Put him on speaker.
I missed the call.
Fuck that. Call him back and put him on speaker.
Yeah. Maybe he's getting ready for the challenge. Let me get myself ready.
Let's see.
Call him back.
You can share the link with him if you want, man.
Oh, even better.
Hey, Will, you're on speakerphone right now on the podcast. So, do you have anything to say to Paul's challenge?
I am a broken young man. No, man, that'd be awesome. Honestly, I would be able to let you know just in a couple of weeks. We're just starting to train again. Obviously, with Knuckles at 5, like I haven't been training at all. But yeah, I'm always down for it. Sounds like a lot of fun. But it would have to. The thing though is, it would have to be on the left arm. I have a torn labrum in the right, and I'm at like 10% of my.
Oh God! That's it. Listen, I can't pull that. I can prove my torn muscle. I've got no bicep on my left. I snapped my bicep not long ago, but I've got no bicep, and I've got a torn bicep on this one. But listen, end of the day, Will, I know you can hear me. Invite me to Knuckles Up 6.
Invite him to. 6.
Big Will. Big Will against Iron
Will.
Paul, right-handed. Let's put this
All
to bed.
right-handed.
Right hand, dude. I just hit my right arm. I need surgery. I need to have my bicep.
Yeah, you'll need fucking surgery when I finish with you.
He said, "Can you do left or no?"
I could.
Well, no, because I've no bicep. I snapped my bicep with James Beach, didn't I? I have no bicep on my left arm.
Mostly-
But I will send an ArmGods replacement.
Oh no. Well, we'll figure something out. Where are you guys?
Well,
live right
listen, when you rewatch this podcast episode, it'll amp you up for a match for sure.
Oh boy.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Where are you guys live right now?
On Matt Connelly's
I'll
podcast.
hop in right now.
Oh, okay, Matt, send him.
I'll send him the link. I'll send him the link.
Links
I
on
see
his.
my girl Ashley Hoyta is on the show. Ashley.
Holy shit, he's gonna come on. You can call him Fat Will to his. That'll be nice.
Oh, I will. Don't worry. I'll not take a backward step. Let me get my flag.
Oh Lord. Here we
He's
go.
got the link. He'll be jumping in a minute.
This is.
Hey, Matt, this is going to be the most popular show
I think
you've
it will
ever
be.
had.
I'm just sitting back and enjoying it.
It already is. Holy Christ.
Oh, yeah. I love that you've got the flag just ready to go at a moment's notice. Oh, here we go.
I'm going to ask him all sorts of questions here. He better be ready for it.
Skinny Will.
Oh, he's here.
Fine. Uh-oh,
There he
Will.
is.
What's up, guys? How are
Is that Skinny Will?
you? I'm 325. I wish I was skinny. Get out of here. How's it?
Listen, Will, all I want to ask you is this. One
Okay.
question. What's it like to be on a call with a real promoter?
Wow.
When you find one, let me know.
Oh, yeah, there's one sat right here with a British flag, Will.
Love it.
There's a British flag on that right shoulder. And all I'm saying to you is, as much as I respect your organisation, I want to take it down. And Marcus did his best at the weekend trying to hack you, but I'm going to finish you off by pinning your hand 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
What do you
that
think?
was you guys. Oh man, that's not good. Yeah, look, I'm always down for a match. I genuinely can't do it on my right. Just ask anybody who's pulled me lately. Ryan could beat me. My left is good to go. But yeah,
Ryan couldn't beat anybody. Come on.
but yeah, I don't know. Well, one of my other questions though is Matt, are you finally going to come over to the States? If I were to have a super match, would you come over and be in my corner or his? That's the real question.
Oh, that's tough. Well, I guess I'd go with whoever asked me first. But the thing with Paul is that he has so much technical knowledge. I wouldn't be able to. I would be telling him stuff that he's told me. So I don't think I'd be much help to him. So for that reason, I'd pick you.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Matt. If you chose one of these Yankee Doodle dandies over a former colony mate, then I wouldn't be very happy with you. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you come back to the corner, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. You already know the answer.
Well,
Well, listen, I want to know the answer. Will, what time's your show tonight? Because we'll be watching it because there's so much controversy going on. We may as well build your show
we're
for tonight.
actually live in 40 minutes at 4 o'clock EST, but 9 p.m. GST. Myself, Chris, and Tom will be hopping on, talk all about the weigh-ins and everything. I don't want to give anything else away. But yeah, long story short, very interesting, and we'll be talking about it very soon. But the real real question at hand here is if you redcoats think you're going to come to the United States and make our freedom, we have another thing, and I'll there.
I only heard some of that because he kept breaking up. I only heard some of that.
Yeah. I think it sounded good because it sort of sounded like we were sleeping.
All I'll say is this. Right, he'll come to our show and he'll see what a real show's all about. Obviously, he does what most Yankees do: run scared, tail between the legs, off they go. And that's what the tail of the tape's going to say. Now, end of the day, Matt, I'm also disgusted with you, you absolute fucking gobshite.
Okay.
Like, oh, Matt, which guy, mate? Which corner would you be in? Why would you be in his corner? Huh? Why
I'm
would you be in
thinking
his corner?
practically.
Why would you even comment? Why are you doing in Aussie? Why are you sitting on the fence like Ozzy used to do? You know what happened to Ozzy, don't you? He lost all his fucking friends. So you'll be going down the same path. Don't start becoming, because you're this, this arm wrestling superstar now on your podcasting, and you're going to start being the new Aussie arm wrestler, because we don't need any more fucking dead set legends. So start picking a fucking side, Matt Connelly. You rather say, Will, I'm going to be in your corner, or Paul, I'm going to be in your corner. No one likes a 50-50 shithouse. Remember that, Mark?
I get it. Absolutely. Well, that's the thing, is I'm thinking practically. I'm thinking about the question as if it's a reality. And the first thought I thought was that there is nothing advice-wise that I could give you that you wouldn't have told a million people over and over and over again.
No, but you could have been giving me a blowjob during the minute's rest.
That'll get the blood flow out of your arm.
Well, there you go, Ryan. See, exactly. ArmGods think outside the box.
Yeah.
Everybody, like, I'm going to tell you something now, right? This is how numb people are. Like, they've got their arm up like that, and they're thinking that's going to get the blood down, right? And have you seen it, how they rub ice on the arm? Right? They're rubbing ice on the arm to try and take away, like, the pump and all this. Load of bullshit. You don't put cold stuff on a muscle, because a cold muscle isn't as effective as a warm muscle. Hence, why people warm up on an athletics track, a rugby fucking field, a baseball field, or an American football field, or whatever you want to put it to. You warm up for a reason, because warm muscles perform better than a cold muscle. So you might be trying to slow the blood flow down, but you're also cooling the muscle, which in theory actually takes away the performance of the muscle. So there's another tip for you. That's hence the blowjob is better.
What should they be doing instead, Paul?
Well, giving you a blowjob.
if you don't want to be doing that, what's the other option?
Well, I mean, I'm not being funny, Matt, but looking at you with your turkey teeth, your fake tan, and your giant biceps, I mean, you're like a perfect scene of Brokeback Mountain.
That's the look I'm going for.
Like,
can you imagine the build-up between two promotional, like, it's almost like WCW and WWE about the clash, and you got Paul representing ArmGods, you got William representing Knuckles Up. Can you imagine the build-up to that? Think about it for a second. Think about it.
And the loser has to shut down their.
Why? Yeah. Why, Jody? Why do you think I'm mentioning it?
To build something bigger.
To think outside of the box.
Right. That's why I said it. I know what you're thinking. That's why I said it.
I've been doing this with Neil Pickup with Air Wars. But only thing is, me and Neil, I used to throw Neil Pickup around like a girl, like this. And I've said ArmGods against Air Wars, but he won't go for the Battle of Britain. You know why? You know why, Jody? Because your mate Neil Pickup is like the Tin Man. He's no hurt. But he's not only like the Tin Man, Neil Pickup's also like the Cowardly Lion. He's no courage. Because I know if he would have given me as much shit as I've given him, I would be stood on the other side of that table, win, lose, fucking no matter what, giving my best, giving 110% to beat that man. I wouldn't care if I lost. I wouldn't care if he embarrassed me and held me like a furry and put me to the pad. All I care about is showing I had a good heart and a giant pair of bollocks and put it on the line and go out on my shield. But you know what, Jody? Back Will, if you're still watching, you don't want to go out on your shield. You don't want to challenge me on this ultimate right arm. You're making fake injuries because you pin a couple of extra people during training while you're eating your Bergen bucket, dipping on your fucking gravy. That's what you do. You don't want to challenge a real promoter. You don't want to challenge a real man like me who knows what he's on about. Because you're scared, you yell and you'll turn away and you'll run away, just like Neil Pickup did. Because in the face of your enemy, when he's looking you in the eyes, you're like the rest of them. You fucking crumble.
Hey, you want to set this up,
like
man?
a fucking deck of
Hey,
cards.
the next ArmGods you have over there in the UK, once you and Will get together, Will can send his boys over there, you know, and not to mention, I mean, I think one of his guys, Jason Merlot, is going to be on this card coming up.
Stop, Jordy, stop. Shh, stop. What do you mean? Will's boys.
Well, you know, Jason Merlot is pulled on his promotion.
Don't you mean my boys? Because he's gone after Tom Holland, James Wall, Mindaugas, Dulskas, Bogdan Stoker. He fucking steals them all. He steals them all like he steals our ideas because he's not got a fucking brain. Because he's like the fucking scarecrow for Wizard of Oz. We've got a fucking full set tonight, Dorothy. Let me tell you. Fuck. These guys are not a fucking patch on me. They're not a patch on my shoe. Just remember that, Geordie Thunder. Because I'll tell you something else. You're pissing me off as well, Geordie. And I can't wait for my man, my friend, James Beach, to absolutely crush you and remind you just how much of a shit arm wrestler you truly are.
I'm going to tell you something. The one thing you cannot measure is the heart. There's no move to counter that. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to bring you everything I got and then some. And I'm telling you right, yeah, get the flag out. That's right. Get the flag out. You're going to need it. I'm telling you right now, to be on the road. There you go. There you go, Grondin. Tell him. There you go right there. Speaks volumes right there. Oh, I can't wait now. You got me all fired up. You done talk shit about my boy Talmadge, SB, Nathan Williamson. You done cracked on my boy William. I'm telling you right now I got to go out there and represent. Even though I've never pulled on a Knuckles Up show before, now I got to go out there and I got to represent them.
You've never pulled on a Knuckles Up show, but after you pulled on an ArmGods show, you'll probably get invited to pull on a Knuckles Up show because they do what they always do best and steal our pullers. I mean, fucking hell. Right, listen, Jody, and the reason you've not been invited on a Knuckles Up show is because you've not won an arm wrestling match since 2003.
Okay, you go ask Mr. James Wall how that felt, but it's okay though. It's okay. That's more motivation for me.
Fucking hell. Come on, Matt. Tell the truth, Matt. No, don't sit on the fence, Matt. Or this podcast is ending right now. Who wins? James Beach or Thunder? Come out with it. No debating. Give me a winner. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give me your answer.
I think James Beach will be the favourite for this one, but I'm hoping it'll be great.
And we're not gonna ask Ryan because we all know he's full of shit.
I think it'll be a great match. I can't wait to see it. I know how strong James Beach is.
Don't backtrack now. Just have conviction. Have conviction in what you've said. Just have conviction. It doesn't matter. Like, you don't have to be everyone's friend. This is another thing in arm wrestling. Like I have this conversation regularly with people. Everyone is friend. Like, the worst thing about it is social media. And when I first started off, there were no social media. You know, you was on them dial-up telephones. There were no mobiles. There were nothing. If you were lucky, you got a flyer through the post. And that's when arm wrestling was arm wrestling. When you turn up to a competition, 12 weeks, and me and Alan Greaves, a legend of the arm wrestling sport over here, Big Daddy Alan Greaves, we didn't speak properly for 10, 15 years because we just growled at each other and snarled at each other. Not this bullshit nowadays like, hi, oh, it's me. Hi, it's Jody. James, how's your wife? How's your kids? Oh, have you had a good day at work? Oh, yeah, will you come on my podcast? Can we be best friends? Can you show me how to talk? Shut the fuck up. Fucking hell. Nobody's fucking friends. Like there's 4 of us on here now. There's 4 people on here. None of us are friends. We're not friends. Like, we're acquaintances. None of us are going to worry about each other if one person died tomorrow. We don't care. Like, if fucking you got kicked to death by a kangaroo, am I going to be worried about that?
I think you'd laugh. Probably.
Am I going to be worried about that? No, I'm not worried. It is what it is. Yeah, you're a nice guy, but I don't care that kangaroo just kicked you to death. You know what I mean? If Geordie burns his fingers tomorrow on flipping his burgers in his restaurant, do I care about Geordie's fingers being burned? No. Do you care about me if I fell off this stool now? No, you don't care. Let's stop pretending that we actually care about each other, and let's just say how it is.
You know I work at the jail.
Yeah, you're a thing, yeah. I thought you was a chef at a prison.
No.
Oh, you know.
Great. It's all right.
Oh, so,
keep that same energy.
All right. So this leads me to my next question before I get off the podcast. Have you ever been sexually assaulted in the prison? Or
I have not.
Bullshit. You've had the little finger. You've had the finger.
No, you got me confused with Beer Man.
Bullshit. I bet you're like a right prison whore. Are you one of them naughty prison guards that like takes in cell phones and like cannabis for the prisoners and stuff?
I guess you'll never know, huh?
You're a fucking bad and you thunder. Oh, fuck. So, Ryan, go on. I've spoken up. Maybe you can have a say now.
Tell us about Winterblast overall. Just how do people find it?
Let's talk about Winterblast.
I'm still trying to process everything Paul has said tonight.
Winterblast. When and where?
Winterblast. It's going to be at the Valley Forge Casino Resort in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. March 21st is ArmGods Friday night. I believe we said 7. And then Winterblast is Saturday, starting at 1 p.m. Biggest tournament in the United States. So come out and help contribute to that. So it should be good. Should be good. It's our first time teaming up with ArmGods, so it's going to be interesting having the UK invade the United States for the second time. Probably going to be the same outcome as the first one.
Yeah.
What's that? The French and the Indians helping you out?
Yeah,
I mean, let's be completely honest with you, right? If it weren't for the French, then and I fucking hate the French. Oh my gosh, I hate them with a passion. Garlic wearing fucking toffee nose fucking bastards. I hate them. I hate the French. I hate
How
them.
you really feel?
If it weren't for the French and the Native American Indians, then you wouldn't have won the war, would you?
No.
Like, you just wouldn't.
If it wasn't
unfortunately,
if it wasn't for them, I'd be on here right now saying, "Hello, I got me index finger caught in my asshole."
Not again.
That's not a bad accent. That's not actually a bad, actually, Ryan.
Hey,
but yeah, I mean, the truth is, we're this tiny little island like this, and we've conquered like 2/3 of the world. And it took about 17 nations, like to repel us from the shores of the US of A. And I don't think you can. I don't think you can do that this time. I don't think you can repel us. I think that we're bringing such an army of absolute warrior studs, which every single one are willing to go out on the shield. I honestly believe that we're just going to go straight through you like diarrhea. I think you better go to the chemist and get some Imodium.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Geordie. Like if there's a guaranteed loser, Geordie, on the squad, it's you.
You think so? You think I'm the weak link?
Like,
Okay.
100% you're the weak link. Like I believe, honestly believe, Geordie, that you probably should, and I shouldn't say this because it's going to cost us money, but you should probably, on purpose, miss your plane and maybe fake an outbreak of like leprosy. something like that, like where you can't get there because it's going to be that bad for you. It's going to be that embarrassing what James Beach does to you. It's not even going to be funny. Like it's going to be that bad, and I would say the same is going to happen to Paul Passmore. I think James Wall's going to toy with him like a fucking furry. RVJ is going to have the shock of his life and end up eating like 16 donuts, drinking 17 beers, and just, I don't know, he's probably get depressed and drink whatever. I just feel like you can't defend what's coming. I really do feel that way. I think like it's like you're like in rowboats. You're like in rowboats with catapults, and then we're just coming over with like big massive missiles. You know, we're just going to like bombard you and just destroy you and leave you all there like in one of your prison showers where someone's just been bummed and there's blood trickling out of his ass, shaking like this.
Nah, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna beat James Beach and I'm gonna have that belt and it's gonna be a party in my hotel room. That's how we rolling. Grondin, set it up, man.
Yeah, well,
party in my room. Yes.
What sort of party are we having, Jordy? What sort of party are we having? A load of like middle-aged whores? What is that sort of party?
Hey, don't let this old man get you, man. I'm telling you, don't respect your elders.
Listen. This is how the ArmGods parties go, man. This is how the ArmGods parties go. We all end up in a big room together. We drink alcohol. We bring in the prostitutes. It's just an absolute fest of arm wrestling. We're hitting them with straps. We're pouring spirits in the throat. It's just one big happy family, man.
There you go.
I want everybody in the chat.
Yeah, it's not really, guys. It isn't really that bad, actually, guys. I am embellishing slightly. Anyone in the chat before I leave,
Yeah,
Matt?
Yes, my man, 10 comments in the chat. What's up, dog? Yes.
Fucking hell. Fuck off. Someone fucking assassinate him.
You know what? Tim might just make the trip down there and be in my corner. You never know.
Corner.
Tim Talmadge won't make it through the fucking doors. If Tim Talmadge turns up, he'll be turned around faster than you can say, kiss my ass.
And why is that? He'll be my special guest. Why is that?
Because we don't like him.
Wow.
He's not your special guest. Who the fucking special guest? Fuck off, Jordy. You're not fucking Mike Tyson.
I can't have him in my corner? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Like, there's no fucking plus ones, Jordy. There's no plus ones coming here. It's just like, you're a big man. You can stand up on your own 2 feet, you know.
That is true. So he can't be in my corner for this match?
Yeah, good.
This monumental independence.
Dude, yeah, Ryan will be in your corner. Ryan can be in your corner.
I got great arm wrestling advice.
Yeah, don't lose.
About the extent.
Let me get super chat in. Muscle Bike. He sent 5 great British pounds. Has Jody ever lost to an inmate?
Oh, are you allowed to
arm wrestle an inmate?
We're not allowed to do that, by the way. So, because then if I broke their arm, then it'd be a lawsuit on me and all that kind of stuff. And I don't want to get into the logistics of that. So, no.
Fair enough. That's great.
Just listen, just before I leave, for any Americans out there watching this show, please don't think that this is the way it's going to go in America. I'm not all bad. I'm actually a nice gentleman. I'm just playing up to the camera. I'm very woke. It's all just bravado, and I would really appreciate you turning up and enjoying the event. It's an absolute honor and a privilege to have the Americans there supporting us. Thank you very much. God bless.
Hey, what did Tim post? Hey, Matt, once you highlight, what did Tim say? Paul something. I can't read that thing.
Yeah, I can't read it either. Paul something, laugh out loud. I don't know what those images are, but yeah.
If we lose, we're gonna report every one of you as a terrorist so that you can't leave the country. Here in prison.
Well, we might look at wrapping this up in a minute, man, if you want.
What's that? What'd you say?
Oh, so we might look at wrapping things up, and then we'll get like final comments from Paul and yourself, and for Jody. Obviously, Winter Blast.
Yeah, he doesn't like the terrorists saying on his channel, you can't be saying stuff like that, Ryan.
No terrorist, dude. What are you doing?
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
No, see, you pushed it too far, Ryan. If you've not already done so, come out the chat, come in, hit the like button. Because if Aussie Arm Wrestler doesn't do it anymore, Matt wants your like. So please do that for you, so he gets his channel a bit further up. Please like, share, and subscribe to Matt's channel. He does this every day now. We're obviously the best guests he's ever had on. Tim Talmadge is going on tomorrow. Unfortunately, Tim will get you all of about 7 views due to the fact he's an absolute shithouse.
Oh, that's great. Final thoughts. We'll go. We'll go. Final thoughts, Ryan. What are we doing with Winter Blast? Where is it? Where do people see it? How do they register?
Well, actually, that's something we're working out with ArmGods. We're gonna do it on their subscription platform, so that people can subscribe to their platform and also watch Winter Blast and other events that ArmGods has passed. So it put it up for a lot more content if they. That'll be cool. But that'll be announced really soon how to do that, so.
No worries. Fantastic. Yes, ArmGods.com. Check them out. The amazing subscription platform. You can see everything that they've got on there, all the past matches, all the past events. It's like an incredibly cheap amount. It's $4.99 a month or something. It's absolutely insane.
I think change it to $4.98.
$4.98. Oh, that's good for you. Yeah, that'll be good. It'll suit you.
Why don't we do $9.98 instead, though? That sounds a bit better. $9.98.
Well, you've got the different tiers of membership there, which is fantastic. But if anyone wants to jump in at the lowest tier, you do get access to all of the video content and the events. So you should definitely do that, because it is absolutely incredible stuff. You get to see some amazing pullers from the UK. Jody, Chocolate Thunder Williams, what's happening with you, my friend?
Once again, like Paul said earlier in the show, they do stuff differently. There is no pay-per-view, so make sure you guys go in there. Subscribe, become a member, armgods.com. Are they going to be having the actual match, Paul? Do you know that yet?
Say that again. Sorry, Jordan.
Do you know? I'm telling everybody that you guys do not do pay-per-view, but it will be on armgods.com. You got to become a member. Do we know if...
Yes, the tickets, the link, so you can will be a pop-up on the pop-up box on the website. Also, if you've got Android, you'll be able to buy tickets on the app. We have the app. It's now almost ready to go. So within the next few weeks, it'll be out, and you can buy your tickets on there. You can watch all the events on there. It's the first social media app that is out there as well. So we have been just beta testing it right now. So you'll be able to buy the tickets. You can buy merchandise. You can watch all the old shows. You can do social media on there. You can follow people. You can post. You can put videos on. You can promote yourself, places for bios. There's loads of information coming out about all that as well. There's mad things coming, buddy. There's mad things coming. And again, we haven't been missing. We've just been working out behind closed doors.
Yes. So again, my last words is this. All joking aside, I love the banter back and forth. It's because we have passion for the same thing, which is arm wrestling. Everybody in the chat from the UK, love every single one of you guys. Even though you guys are throwing it at me, I embrace it. But deep down, this may be kind of, a tearjerker, but Paul, you've been going through some things in your life, as have I. From the bottom of my heart, hope everything's going on good with your family. Wish you guys the best of luck. Nothing but love. And I can't wait to see you guys down there.
Thank you, Jordan. It means a lot. Thank you. And if I'm getting to say the last and few final things, I will say this. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 unbelievably great nations who've been friends for best part of 297 years. We've been to war together. We've fought together. We've laughed. We've cried. We've sang and we've danced together. And on this very night of March the 21st, we will once again lock arms and we will pin each other to the pad. We'll find out which great nation is the greatest. We will remain friends after it. We will remain friends for a long, long time. The Independence Cup will be born. Friends and long-time friendships will be forged. And no, that's a load of bollocks. Like I already said earlier, nobody's got any friends in this game, and we just want to twat you. So yeah, ArmGods. Oh.
Fantastic. Well, thank you everybody to the chat.